What, yo? Check it out, yo. We got an album review. The big dogs, the big heavyweights in the UK scene, the 4 Owls, BVA, Leaf Dog, Flip Tricks, Verb T, 4 heavy hitters. If you look at their back catalogue, we're talking heavy instrumental productions, we're talking consistent classic records, the current classics amongst the UK hip-hop scene. I'm not trying to big these man up and say that they are better necessarily than anyone else. In my eyes, the only reason I say this is because when you have a conversation about UK hip-hop with someone, if you say, yo, you into hip-hop? And they turn around and they go, yeah, one of the first people they will mention is the 4 Owls. So anytime there's a big full project, a third full album as the 4 Owls, obviously it's going to come with some weight. It's going to come with some expected criticism. So we're going to dive into this shit. We're going to see, because this shit's got features to boot. Yeah, we're talking R.A. the Rugged Man, Master Killer, Rock Marciano, got Smellington Piff, we got Cool G Rap. So we've even got a DJ Premier beat again. Yeah, so we're talking possibly the most internationally recognised as well UK hip hop. Let's fucking introductions aside. I'm Chief Hombre, your boy, the man, the homie, the one who never lets you down. Let's fucking go. Nocturnal Instinct, 4 Owls. Okay. Start off with Sound the Alarm featuring Smellington Piff, yeah? Starts off heavy bass string driven instrumental. Seems straight away with that rusty boom bap. One criticism with this tune is I felt that Leaf Dog's vocals sounded very nasally, very raw, really. There's not really any compression or anything like that, which is fine, yeah? But then flow into Verb T, we almost have a different sound on his vocal. It threw me off a little bit, really, to be honest. A little bit smoother. But then by the time Verb T's verse ends and then Flip Tricks comes in with this like hype flow, yeah? Where I go, keep it on the lock. Didn't feel it coming off of Verb T's verse. That's fine. By the time we end that, we're into Smellington Piffs. That hype is there. We're on the hype train. By the time Smellington Piffs verse ends, I mean, we got 1 or 2 quotables in there with, you know, I'm taking off heads at Henry the 8th. BVA comes in with that fucking like double up bars. Hard start track. Started with the classic hip hop feel. Good, solid cypher track. Bar after bar after bar. 2 Coming Home. This is really where 4 Owls are comfortable, where they shine, I'd say. A sample driven with the soulish, oh no, no, works well. And I'd say the way BVA comes in with that sort of bit braggadocious bit of, you know, I don't fuck with you guys, fuck you, man. I like it, it's braggadocious, it's nice, yeah? Verb T comes in more on a sort of an introspective thing. I came to visit yours, and sort of a bit more of a deeper one. Leaf Dog's voice on this is standout, yeah? In my eyes, Leaf Dog comes on a different vibe. Flow that, like a war veteran, with the bars, by the time we've passed that first 4 bar, we're looking, it's comfortable, it's got my head bopping, it's got me going, Sort of like a different Flip Tricks, I wouldn't say a different Flip Trick, sorry, but like a, you know, Flip Tricks almost slows it down. He comes with this Aggie, yeah, and you're like, oh, here we go, let's fucking go. Then he's like, yo, I'll bring it home like the bread. There's a bit more of a swaggerlicious to it. It slows us back down, then brings us back in with his normal, you know, rapid fucking fire flow. This is where the 4 Owls, as I say, are comfortable. This is where they shine. This is something that they're very, very good at. My only issue is we're not really seeing much variation in the beats so far. We're seeing very much a sort of 4-bar loop issue that I'm, you know, I do hope that changes over the album. We're looking at where 4 Owls are at. We're talking about, do you keep your same similar sound and you keep going by, and yeah, you're going to sell tickets. If you go to a 4 Owls gig, it's probably going to be packed. I mean, any that I've seen or I've been to or I've supported seem to always be pretty busy, you know. Point is, do you start to switch it up? Do you start to try experiment a little bit more? So are we going to see some experimentation in this album, or are we going to stick to this format? Let's see, man. As I say, another strong track. Next up, we actually have Pioneer featuring the hip-hop legend Cool G Rap. Strong sample on the beat. We come in with a Leaf Dog verse. He's firing consistently from the start. Voice sounds strong on this one again. Straight away settled. A few more quotables now. We're getting like kidnap the beat and dissect the snare. Like a drug dealer, I'm known for working with G-raps. I love little bars like that, yeah. Little things that you go back and each time it's almost like finding a little nugget each time, yeah. You just find something new. After Leaf Dog, obviously you're going to have the big feature in early on the tune, right? This song could have done without it. I appreciate it's called G-rap, right? I'm not trying to say, yo, par that man off, delete his verse. That's not what I'm trying to say. Almost a pointless verse in my eyes. It was almost a, you know, it didn't say anything new, didn't give us anything, any direct quotables that I could sit in now and say, like, you know, when Verb T comes in, we've got little quotables. You're not banking on holding my interest. One or two little BVA bars that are strong. Some quotables from Flip Tricks as well, with like Sabutio bars, all this shit. I would say, yeah, I would say this song, by the end, you've almost forgotten Cool G Raps on it. If you're like looking at this album and you're thinking, yeah, I just want the standout features, you're looking at the album for the wrong reason, yeah? Like, does that make the song better? In my eyes, no. I think this was just as good a song with or without Cool G Rap. Strong song, decent sample, melody's beautiful, nice, yeah? Strong song. Next one, Be Free, with another sample. It's nice, it's melodic, it's free. Deep in yourself, you know, you feel it, you feel the message, you know what we're going to get with this song instantly from that sample. Verb T kicks it off. He comes in with some word association for freedom of expression, right? I thought we were going to go down the bad Kanye West path of flashlights, cop lights, street lights, bright lights. We didn't. It was kept to 2 bars minimal, which is sweet. I feel like because of the slower tempo, the way this beat is, I don't think Verb T necessarily works that well on it. Yeah. I think, yes, he comes again with a strong Verb T verse, but does it mean it's a standout verse? Would I sit there and say, that fucking verse off of Be Free from Nocturnal Instinct is fire? To that is no, I wouldn't. Straight after, we've then got, I don't know, Verb T sounds better on this when he's chaining his words a little bit quicker. Yeah, and as I say, I think that's maybe because of the beat pattern on this too. I mean, Flip Tricks' verse on this is deep, yeah? It's very, very introspective, very heartfelt about his wife, who then leading into, listen, I love my unborn child more than you'll ever know, yeah? And what he's aiming for, what he sees from this, yeah? I felt the hook was not very thought out, personally. I think you've got the beat, right? And it's the first hook you've come up with, and it's adequate. It didn't feel impressionable. It didn't leave me with anything. It didn't, you know, hit me hard. I wouldn't. It's a good sing-along line. Be free. For people like Flip Tricks, yeah, with this deep introspective verse, with this existential verse from Leaf Dog, which is about what is freedom. What is the definition of freedom to you? What is the actual definition of freedom? I can see this being a personal favourite for some of these artists. I can see, I personally, if I wrote a verse like Flip Tricks' verse and I'm releasing it on an album that's, you know, going to be as well received and as widely received as this, nationally and internationally, I could probably see this as one of my favourite verses I've ever written. But for me, semi-decent song. Let's move on to track 5. Next up, we have Honor Codes. One of the lead-in singles for this album. I did check it when it came out. Didn't majorly rate it at the time. Do I rate it now I'm listening to it in the album anymore? No, not necessarily. It's a track which feels it's meant to have substance, but it doesn't really have too much substance, right? It's just a skippable track. That's all it is for me. Yeah, it is no disses to it. I'm not saying this is a bad song. I'm not saying that you listen to it and you go, fuck me, that's terrible. I'm just saying it's just a 4-bar loop instrumental with a standard track on. Don't think it's anything outstanding. Think it's an easy song to listen to and it fits in the album well. I don't think, though, I would go out of my way. I wouldn't put on a coat. Track up is Lifelines, yeah? Genuine feel on this one, yeah? It's a track about who you surround yourself with, what effect these people have on your grind. Like, and I appreciate that. I get that, yeah? I think the beat is nice, yeah? It's very mellow. Now, on this one, we got, again, sort of that slower tempo, but I felt like Verb T and everyone worked better on this. I felt like maybe it was just that beat earlier on. Maybe I'm wrong, yeah, here. But I'm not saying I'm never wrong. I'm wrong a lot. What I'm saying, yeah, is this one worked better. I think everyone's voice synced on it better. I think the verses felt like they were better thought out with each other in mind. 4-bar beat pattern. Now, they work for the album, but Do you want variation? Do you want experimentation by these men who are this far in their career? I don't know what you want as a listener, what you want when you listen to this. So, I don't know. Maybe it's working for you. I like it. I think it's a decent album so far. But do I get the idea that these guys are too comfortable in what they do and they just stick with that format? I do believe that's the case, yeah. 100% DJ Premier on the beat. We have hit the high point of the album so far. Bar for bar for bar for bar. We're talking BVA starts this shit, yeah. Straight away comes in with this chandelier bar, yeah. Candelier bar, yeah. Literally one of those tracks where, as I said earlier, they are firing bars. You go back each time, you come up with a nice little nugget every time because you're finding more and more and more each time. Verb T's flow on this was fucking nice, yeah, the way it worked with his bars. But the scratches, what do you expect from a DJ Premier beat? You're gonna get heavy scratches, you're gonna get that din, din, violin, My favourite verse of the album so far, Leaf Dog's verse on this was fucking, robust as fuck. Like the Jackson 5, you never see me leave the mic off. Infamous on tracks like the Great Train Robbery. Bruh! Yeah, that shit's fire, right? When I'm talking about 4-bar loops, all that shit, doesn't really matter if you're putting out that content. I know it's just my minor criticisms, and that's just me. It's a standout so far. We are going. If this is continual for the rest of the album, this level of bar game, yeah, and this level of penmanship, I am all down for that shit. I want to see more of that shit. Let's go. Next up, Airstrike, featuring the legend, the beast, the absolute monster, Flow Master R.A. the Rugged Man. That R.A. the Rugged Man's voice, first of all, is very, very fucking prominent, is very recognisable. So how will that work with UK hip-hop? Not even UK hip-hop, how will that work with a UK voice on it? It works well. Boom. Straight away, this beat gives you that straight away, gives you that buy-in. With this headbutt. Oh, and straight away it's one of those tracks, yeah, where you're just vibes in without realising. You're just like We get Verb T comes in, yeah. He catches Leaf Dog's slipstream on this. He just catches that flow and he just keeps it going. For me, it felt like one of those tracks where you're in the studio, yeah, and you're writing together, yeah. So you literally have, you know, Leaf Dog comes out of the studio. You got Verb's already heard his verse 6 times, so he knows exactly how to fucking start his. Again, BVA was cutting through this beat more than Utes dip each other in London every day, for fuck's sake. He's playing with his vocal tone a lot more than other tracks, I think. You know, he's got, Verb T's tone when you hear it, in a sense, right? This, for once, I felt like Verb T really actually started to fuck with his own vocals a bit more and play with tone a bit more, like bring it up a little bit, bring it down. Yeah. Now, Flip Tricks, obviously the hype. Yeah, in my eyes, he's the hype of the group. Yeah, he's always normally the everywhere I go, keep it on the low. But I felt his voice just got lost in that beat compared to everyone else. Now, I don't know if that's mastering. I don't know if they've recorded it elsewhere and then passed it on. You know, it's a good Flip Tricks verse, but it's lost. I felt I'd have to go back and have a proper listen again to actually pick up some more of the bars. And R.A. the Rugged Man, I mean, you get... With R.A., you sort of get what he does on the tin, you know. You listen to one of his albums, you know what he's going to do. He's going to come in with that self-deprecating humour verse. Yeah, my mum told me I'm a piece of shit, I'm an arsehole, I'm this, women hate me. Dope, beats nice, funky. I can picture that, just head bopping, going on. Yes, next up, we have Dark Days featuring Rock Marciano. Big heavyweight. Nice, beat is tasty, beat's good. Gives me Mobb Deep feel. Yeah, I'd say sort of early noughties Mobb Deep, when they started fucking with like 50 Cent, all that shit, but sort of their transition between. Tiano's vocal is mellow, it is powerfully built. Yeah, that beat, that is what it is powerfully built. By the time BVA comes in with, again, he's switching it up again with a bit of a difference, yeah. The feature got outshone again. Yeah, easily. BVA comes in. By the time Flip Tricks, yeah, we got BVA, Leaf Dog, then Flip Tricks, and then Verb T settles it, yeah, with some sort of, like, you know, it is a nice braggadocious flow, a bit cocky, that, you know, he comes with a bar that's about him getting his son to slap the shit up out you. Like, I like it. It's nice. I think there's a world apart between where the song starts and where it ends. By the time you're at the end, you're brought into the UK MCs. All I'm saying is his vocal is very different to the energy that the other MCs were bringing, that the 4 Hours brought. It's that moody rap, it's that shit that I want to be listening to while I'm driving about. But we have the shortest song of the album at 2 minutes 54, Let Go. Decent song. I love the way the beat comes in. It's got this luxurious feel, yeah? By the time the strings come in, we are... I'm bought into those strings. Tricks brings us in with a list of shit that can fuck you up in life. If you have ever had some shit go wrong, if you are addicted, if you've ever fallen in love, someone's broken your heart, someone's broken your trust, anything like that, how to let it go. It's pure introspection song, right? Leaf Dog basically mentions about, he can have some shit, but he ain't talking to anyone about it. BVA with this dark cloud over his head, how he enlightens himself. Verb T, the mistakes that he's made and hoping that no one's seen those mistakes. And I like how snappy it is as well. I loved how it just ends. It just ends. You don't linger. It's perfect ending. I like the song. I would listen to this again. This is one that I would not skip through on the album. I'd actually always listen to this. I quite like this. Like the message of it. I thought every MC was clear in their vocal and came very hard on this. So, it's the killer on the feature. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, round me, hit the cream, dollar bill, yo. Track Resident, Master Killer, alongside the 4 Hours on the track Deadly Movements. This should have been the intro song. I think this may have been, by the way the intro comes in with, again, the hours were back. So I think this may have been the intro song. I personally would have gone with this as one of the lead singles off the album. I think this is a great selling point. It explains what everyone does perfectly. Piano riff is nice. The style that Master Killer comes with is what he's known for. It's got a good essence, damn good, yeah. The way Master Killer fits in amongst BVA and Verb T in this is perfect. But we got Lessons, tight beats. I like the little subtle high notes in the back. Hypnotic. I'd say a hypnotic flute. I think BVA comes in speaking the real shit at one point about, I'm musicating in clubs, but it's the same place you buy your Bud Light, because that is where the home of hip hop is within the listener at home, I'd say, within the headphones, within your car, your stereos, your little hi-fis in your garden, that sort of thing. Next up, we've got I Got You, coming in at 4 minutes 20 exactly. 4:20. Yeah, this one, sick. Probably one of my favourites. Yeah, instrumental that comes in is this plucky strings, yeah, that come in with a nice bass roll in, and then also we have a clear clarity on the beat. This beat feels crystal clear in my headphones, yeah. The introspection that we're getting from every artist on this. Verb T kicks it off with what almost feels like, he comes in off almost like a half hook. It's nice, yeah. But it's the introspection we get from everyone, that depth. BVA talking about the voice in his head and becoming, in the end accepting that and becoming with that. We're talking a lot on Leaf Dogs about self-analysis of being lonely and the people that, he used to roll with just asking him for money. But easily one of my favourite songs on this, a lot of substance in it, a lot of thought. And as I say, that beat is fucking lovely, delicious beat. Tasty. All-rounder, fucking come on. And that's it. We end the album on All My Life Part 2, a continuation from a song they done off of their first album, I believe, called just All My Life, and that was off of Nature's Greatest Mystery, I do believe. We are looking at almost the second part to All My Life, and done 9 years on. Now, if you listen to the difference, the difference in cadence, the difference in delivery, and everything really in the song is very visible. Difference in content, what they're talking about in the first one is very much, Verbs he's talking about, I'm giving up a lot for this. Is it safe for me as a family man to take this step and chance what, this music life? Obviously it fucking paid off, Verb T, shout out, because, we're here 9 years later, we're on the end of an album with another version of this song. So again, it seems that as we got further into this album, we got more introspection, right? We started with, in a sense, crowd pleasers, a bit more of the boom bap just bar, bar. And then as we got through the features, on the later half of this album, we've almost got the more of the message, the more of the introspection, the more of the, here's what's going on in my life. So I thought as an album, it's solid, solid hip-hop release. Looking at further experimentation, are we looking at something other? I mean, these guys have multiple projects on their own and doing their own thing with regards to crews and doing other shit, do you know what I mean? Like, BVA's, you know, you've got shit like Brothers of the Stone with Leaf Dog and Ill Informed. You've then got, you know, Leaf Dog's doing his own thing as well with fucking Bear mixtapes, putting out instrumentals constantly. You've got Verb T, who's got In The Balance Records, and who also runs, obviously, and works with a lot of the new up-and-coming artists. So, you know, moving ahead, I wonder where we go for the 4 hours from here. It's going to be interesting. And do we wait another 5 years for another one? What content are we going to get at that point? But this one is a Chief Hombre thumbs up. Bing, 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 bing. Good album. As I say, one of them I'd chuck on, I'd listen to. I literally would skip one track, I'd say, maybe. But even then, if that's on in the background, I'm listening to it. Album decent all round. Solid release. I don't know what we're going for next, but Hombre will be back with another motherfucking album reviewing this shit. See you next time.